We welcome back. I'm sure you enjoyed the time of prayer, time of confession, time of music. Right now, I want to continue my series on how to find and keep true love. And we have explained in past editions the fact that how to is very important in everything we do in life. The fact that a man needs to find, a woman needs to make her findable. The fact that it must be a man that finds not a boy, not a beau, and find a wife, not a girl, not a babe, not a slave mama that will slay your destiny. Okay, then we explain the fact that it's going to be true love. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22, it says, he that finds a true wife, that is amplified, put it, finds a true wife, we obtain favor from the Lord. It's book of buy one get one free. You get a true wife, you get favor from the Lord. You get a true love, you get favor from the Lord. So, but I told you and I've established the fact that it's not enough for you to find, you must keep. Not all finders are keepers. A lot of people can find, but to keep becomes a problem. So we started talking last week about how to keep true love. We have already talked about how to find, so you might need to go to my YouTube page, Albert Oduwole, and subscribe. Then you can watch all the messages free of charge. Okay, so we talked about how to keep true love, and then we've discussed some points. Number one point we discovered is that your expectations must align. Your expectations must align. Proverbs 24 verse 14, the Message translation, is say, you know skillful and godly wisdom by this in your life. You find it, then there is a future and a reward, and your hope and expectation will not be cut off. What happens to a lot of people in marriage is that they get married and they discover that the expectation is not being met. Expectation is key. Expectation is very, very important. When your expectation is not being met, there is a way it affects everything about your life. So you see, there will never be disagreement if our expectations align. Many a times before you marry somebody, discuss expectation. What are you expecting out of the relationship? For example, a lot of ladies are not looking for fiancés, they are looking for financiers. Can I say that again? A lot of ladies are not looking for fiancés, they are looking for financiers. So when you engage with them, they expect you to buy them cream, buy them fake eyelashes, buy them long nails, and you don't expect that. So your expectations need to align. You need to sit and say, what's your expectation? What? And somebody said, but we are now married, so what? No. Even when you are married, expectations change. Expectations metamorphosize. So it's very important for you to keep on discussing the issue of expectation. What's our expectation? What's your expectation of me as a father, as a husband? What's your expectation of me as a son-in-law to your parents, or your daughter-in-law to your parents? Expectations are important. Before TJ and I married, I discussed with her my expectation of her as my wife to be, my expectation of her as the first lady of Word Ablaze Missions International, my expectation of her as the mother of my children. It's very, very important. Expectation, when the expectation is not met, it is very, very heartbreaking. The Message translation of Proverbs 24 verse 14, it says, likewise knowledge and wisdom for your soul, get that, and your future is secured and your hope is on solid rock. So if you want your future to be secured, of your relationship to be secured, and you hope to be on solid rock, it's very, very important that you align your expectation, that you keep on discussing what is your expectation out of this relationship. For example, some ladies believe that my money is my money, you, my husband, your money is our money. Is that your joint expectation? Very important. I, for example, told TJ my expectation about finances. I want to tithe every income that comes into my hand. I want to give to my parents. I want to give to my mentors and all that. And we discussed that our expectations align. It's not in every way that our expectations align, but in places where it does not align, we've learned to make adjustments. For example, I shared a very funny one last week. How I grew up in a very structured home. My parents will ring bell for you to wake up and come for morning devotion. Then from there you go and take your bath and brush your teeth. Then you come to the breakfast table to eat breakfast. It was too structured for me. I wanted some liberty. So when I went to TJ's house and I saw the wonderful chief daddy-in-law eating amala in front of television. In fact, his church was off. I was excited. Yeah, this is kind of freedom I want. I didn't know when TJ came to my house and saw the structure and everybody around the table. She was excited. That was also the kind of thing she wanted. Can you imagine we got married? Different expectation. So make your expectation to align. But that is not all. Number two, let your vision align. Last week we discovered that vision itself is a foresight based on an insight with the benefit of hindsight. If you want to know more about vision, you need to get my book, Running with a Vision. Very powerful book, forward by Sam Adeyemi. Good book, if I can say so myself. Vision is very important because vision dictates direction. Vision dictates direction. Everybody moves in the direction to which they face. That is why, in the book of Job, the guy said, I made a covenant with my eyes. Why should I think upon a maid? Because what you think about has to do with the vision, you see. And have you discovered that everybody moves towards the direction of what they're looking at? And that is very, very important. So your future is determined by your vision today. Make sure you have alignment in vision. Anybody not going your direction is already a distraction. Are you going towards the same place? And I explained last week that the word division is from the word die in Latin, division, and division means two vision. And once there is two vision, then there will be divorce. So division leads to divorce, two vision leads to two separating by force. And you say, different translations of Proverbs 28 verse 19 makes us to realize the importance of vision. It says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. One translation says, where there is no vision, people will run wild. So some relationships, some marriages are run wild because vision is not in place. Another one says, when there is no vision, people are without restraint. Without restraint means they just do anyhow. They do whatever they want because the vision is not there. One translation says, where there is no vision, the people throw off caution. So I've seen husbands throw off caution, wives throw off caution, fiancés throw off caution just because they have no clue of what the vision is. Another one says, where there is no vision, people enter into inferiority conditions. It's very sad that a lot of that has happened in a lot of relationships today. I'm going to pick it up a notch today and start to talk about financial alignment. Your finances need to align. Your financial ideas, the way you think, the way you reason. You see, that money is so important in life that it's awesome. The same money, everybody talks about it. Where I come from as a Yoruba man, they say when you call money, your mouth must be round. Owo akpekanuku. Owo. The Igbo people, we call it ego. Also people call it kudi. In church, we call it offering. When it comes to wedding, we call it wedding price. When you are divorced, you start to pay alimony. That's what people in America call alimony. When you owe it to somebody, it's called a debt. When you have to pay it to government, it's called tax. When you are in court, they call it fine. When you are retired, it becomes a pension. When you are still working, it is called salary. Oh my God. When you are the master, you pay it as wages to your subordinate. When you are a parent, you give it to your children as allowance. When you borrow it from the bank, it is called loan. When you give it after a service, it's called tip. Money. Just money is different things to different people. You need to find out from your spouse, what does money mean to you? Because as a pastor, I found it very amazing that many of problems in marriage is from a financial standpoint. Financial standpoint, especially that they did not define before they got married. I used to talk about a very interesting lady that the husband saw me after the service on the Sunday in Maryland, USA. And the husband said, my problem with my wife is that she gives too much. In fact, Pastor, you can't understand what I'm saying. My wife does not know you, but she sees you now, she can give you money. Meeting you for the first time, she will just give you money. I was laughing, I said, I understand you. The man said, you can't understand me. I said, I understand you. I met your wife for the first time yesterday, and she gave me dollars. That's what I'm saying. But I have to tell him that you consider that maybe one of the reasons why your finances as a family is so blessed might be attached to the giving of your wife. And invariably, I agree. But I'm trying to say to you that when it comes to money, there should be an alignment. We should be able to agree to how much do we tithe? What do we give? Do we give to parents? I had made it a covenant point to give to my parents every month in the last several years. And the same thing with my mother-in-law. It is my belief. And when I got married to TJ stands with me in that belief. So it's very important that when it comes to finances, we must have an alignment. You see, money is so important to marriage that in Proverbs 24 verse 27, Amplified Version, Proverbs 24:27, it says, put first things first. Can I say that again? Proverbs 24:27, Amplified, put first things first. It said, prepare your work outside, get it ready for yourself in the field, then build your house, then establish a home. What is he trying to say? He's trying to say that for your home to be built, finances is important, and you've got to be sure that you are financially stable. You've got to be sure that you have what it takes to run the home. You see, to run a home is not easy. That is why he says to you, wait a minute, before you rush to settle that girl. I know you say, you are the only button in my coat, you are the only fish in my sea. Once in a while, you are the only mosquito in my mosquito net. Before you say all that, consider the fact that finances have a very strategic place where marriage is concerned. That is why Solomon, the great, the wise, the preacher, is saying to you, listen to me, friend, before you build your home, make it fit for yourself in the field. I'll tell you how I knew I was ready for marriage. I'll tell you. I mean, you know me, that I don't have a secret. I'll tell you everything. How did I know it was time for me to marry? TJ was ready. The parents were waiting on us. Then I sat down with a pen and a paper. I wrote everything I think we'll spend in a month, TJ and I. And then it came to 20,000 naira. I'm talking about 1998 January. 22 years ago. 20,000 naira. It's like saying 200,000 naira today. So 20,000 naira. And I looked at it. My total income then wasn't even up to 20,000 naira. So I readjust the list. I said, for example, instead of me taking my clothes to the dry cleaners, I always do, what if I wash it myself, starch it myself, and iron it myself? So I cut that off, and a few other things. Then it came to 15 to 16,000 naira. Then I still look at it, what else can I cut? So I said to myself, well, once in a while, I didn't have a car. I can trek to my office, which is about 30 minutes walk in the morning when the sun is not up. Then I take a car back. Oh yeah, I can do that. So everything came down to 15,000. 15,000. So the first month I believed God for 15,000. I got 16. The second month I got 15. The third month I got almost 16. I told TJ, go and tell your daddy I'm ready to marry. So I was trying to say, even if TJ does not have a job, will we be fine? Finances is that important because it will shock you that 80% of marital crisis has to do with finances. And I'll tell you why. 5 importance of money in marriage. 5. Number 1, life itself takes money. Number 1 reason why money is important in marriage. Somebody said, oh, well, this woman, all they want is money. What of you? Don't you want money? One more guy said to me, he said, hey, my wife, when I don't have money, she does not love me. I said, do you love yourself when you don't have money? I'm not saying the ladies should be overtly covetous, but I'm saying money is important to life. It's an essential, it's a basic to life. For example, you need money to parent. You need money for feeding. You need money for your health to be okay. In fact, what am I talking about? You need money to plan wedding. You need money for babies. You see, you can toast your wife any way you want and say, your wife says, I'm hungry. You say, honey, I love you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. Then your wife will be able to keep quiet though she's hungry. You can't do that with babies. So once babies come, don't tell anybody I told you when Barbara was born, I wanted to look for something to block her bum bum. She didn't care how much they were selling Pampers. We'll be ready for church. We are all dressed. We get to the door to go to church. She will start what's that? Oh my God. Money is essential to life. It's basic. 5 reasons why money is important in marriage. Number 1, money is essential to life. It's basic for housing, for feeding, for clothing, for babies. In fact, right now, for you to take your baby out of their spirit, you've got to pay money. I'm a pastor. I've had to pay so many of those monies for people that I know that sometimes I wonder, why rush into this when you are not ready? Why rush into it? I've had people come and say, look, my wife just delivered a baby. The baby and the mother in the hospital, we can't take them out because we have no money to pay. And that could be very, very shameful, So, money. Alignment. Number 2, money gives stability and peace of mind. I'm telling you. I'm not talking about excess. But the fact that both of you know that if the landlord knocks your door, you have rent. It gives you stability. It gives you peace of mind. That both of you know that at least tonight you will eat, tomorrow you will have food. That they will not send the kids out of school. I know things happen sometimes, but I'm just trying to make you realize that number 3 reason why there are problems and in relationship and it's difficult to keep true love is finances. Because number 1, we talked about the fact that money is very important to life is basic. Number 2, money gives stability, gives peace of mind. Years ago, the kids they rescued from Second World War, they discovered that they couldn't sleep. They gave them sleeping tablets, they still couldn't sleep. They did all they could, they played them slow music that would make them sleep, nothing still happened. After a while, a psychologist was called in, and the psychologist said something. He said before they sleep, put a loaf of bread beside each of the babies. Loaf of bread, tell them it's tomorrow's food. And they did that and the babies were sleeping. Woo! That is the psychologist. What is this? The psychologist said, during the war, they were the abandoned children. They've been hungry for so long. They never knew if there will be food for them tomorrow. So now that they have been rescued, they still have the anxiety. But this is the thing. Put a bread beside their bed and they are sure that they will have food tomorrow. They will sleep well. Stability and peace of mind. Number 3, money brings respect. I'm being sincere with you. Money brings respect of in-laws. It brings respect of friends of your spouse. Money. And I'm not talking, I kept on insisting, I'm not talking about extravagant spending. I'm not talking about spending the money you don't have to impress people you don't like, buying things you don't need. No, I'm talking about, Jesus told God, but the Bible told us when to be satisfied. He said, with clothes and raiment. With food and raiment be satisfied. So at least there should be a house, there should be food, there should be clothes. I think that is important. It brings respect of in-laws. Very, very important. Number 4, money makes raising kids easy. Money makes raising kids easy. Raising kids is not easy without money. You have to pay for child care, child support. You have in Western world is one of the most expensive bills that parents have to cope with. Except in a place like Canada, that the government gives you money to take care and take care of your kids. In many other countries, it's not a joke to be able to maintain and raise kids well. In a country like Nigeria, to send your kids to good school, it takes money. Money makes it easy to raise kids. And finally, money helps you to be good at giving. Yes. You see, charity is great. Charity is not just about giving to people. It makes you excited. There is no giver that enters into depression. None. In fact, when people say, I'm not feeling happy, psychologists have learned to advise them, go to the hospital and give back. Not only money, give your time, give anything. Once you give, there is a way joy comes into your heart. Money makes that possible. Somebody said, I don't like it when you pastors talk about prosperity. I said, all of us can be poor. If you're all poor, who will help you? The other time your wife was in the hospital, you needed help. All of us can be poor. So if you want to be poor, it's okay. The Bible actually said so. Yes, it said the poor we will always have with us, but we can't always all be poor. It means he wasn't expecting us to be poor. For him to say the poor you will always have with you, it makes charity easy. You see, during this lockdown, if you imagine the number of mails I get every day, and text and calls from people that are going through stuff. If not that God had blessed one in a way, how will we be able to help those people? So even if you don't need money for yourself or your family, if you are going to live in a free house and you're going to send your kids to free school and all that, still make sure you have a good plan where money is concerned so that you can be able to give. That is very, very important. Today we're talking about to keep true love, and we're talking about 5 major keys to keep true love. And number 1, we have talked about the fact that your expectation must align. Number 2, your vision must align. Number 3, we're talking about finances now. Finances, major. And that is very, very important. So number 4 now. So I want to talk number 4 now. I want to talk about communication. Communication. One of the ways to keep your true love is communication. They asked the man Edwin Luscole of blessed memory. They said, Edwin Luscole, what are the 3 most important things about relationship? Even me, when I had that, I was ready to write it down. 3 most important things about relationship. Edwin Luscole said, number 1, communication. Number 2, communication. Number 3, communication. Those are the 3 most important things about relationship. Communication. Whoa. And communication is that important. We need to keep talking. Once communication goes out of the window, the relationship is already in a coma. For you to keep your true love, you need to keep on talking. TJ and I have made a covenant with God that we'll never keep malice. It's not been easy. Don't tell her. It's not every time I want to talk to her. It's not every time. Sometimes I'm annoyed. I know you don't get annoyed. So I'm not even going to talk to this girl. But we just say to ourselves, look, we won't keep malice. I jokingly said, and maybe it's true, that one of the problems we have in this world today was caused by Adam and Eve. Eve ate, gave Adam to eat. How did Eve eat? The devil came and started talking to Eve. I believe the problem was Adam was not talking to her. Maybe if Adam had been talking to her, Eve will not have a chance to enter. To every garden of Eden, there is a serpent. To every great home, there is always a serpent. If you don't want the serpent to be talking to your wife or your husband, you better be talking to them. You see, Reverend Mrs. Funkadejima was with us for our wedding anniversary last year, and she started talking about ways people cheat on their spouse. And one of the ways she mentioned by which people cheat on their spouse is through phone. Yes, phone. People are no longer communicating. Husband now sends wife a WhatsApp message, what am I eating? Then the wife said, did you not eat where you went? Then the man replied, did I not give you housekeeping allowance? Then the woman replied, with 7.5 children, do you think it will still remain? That is not it. Let's keep on communicating. But you see, to make communication easier, you need to understand what communication is. It is from the word communis. Communis means we have something in common. Communication is difficult when we don't have anything in common. Somebody said to me, he said, but no, my husband does not talk much. That is my problem. My husband does not talk much. I said, what does he like? He said, well, he likes football. Have you seen your husband? When he's talking football, he's talking with all his energy. That is the key. Find out what people want and get into common ground with them. That's all. That's all. That's what communication is. And let me say to you men especially, you are the one. You men, you are the one. I did a program with Reverend Tuji Babajide for mentoring. And I said during the program, I said, men are the problem of women everywhere. Yes, men. You know, when a lady is young, some of them have meningitis. Meningitis. Then after a while, they start to have menstrual pain. Menstrual pain. Before you know what is happening, they start to reach menopause. Menopause. In fact, for a lot of women, it's men that cause them to have mental problem. Oh my God, I'm just kidding, but sometimes it's true. I'm trying to say, men, you're the one that hardly wants to talk. You come back from home, you cross your leg, you pick the newspaper, you are daddy. Maybe we should change the name daddy. Maybe. Maybe that's one of our problems, because daddy, daddy. In Yoruba language, it means to stand alone, daddy. Maybe we should change that name, daddy. Maybe that is why a lot of you are very dadistic. You get home, you're not talking to your wife, you're not talking to your children. No, I make sure I say to my children almost every day, I love you. Ask them, I love you. Why? Because I don't want one boy, those boys that their trouser is dropping, that they are walking as if they have permanent deformity. I don't want them to come to my children and say, I love you. And my children say, we scatter. No. I don't want my children say to scatter like that. I don't want my children say to scatter like that. Communication, keep on talking. We had a meeting in our church some time ago in which we put women aside, men aside, and we said the men should talk about what they expect from their wives, and the wives should talk about what they expect from their husband. Then we're going to get somebody to present for both. The one of the most volatile was when the women said, we want our husbands to be listening to us and talking to us. Our husbands don't listen to us. And as we were talking, the men too, one man said, excuse, and let me explain. These women, sometimes what they say to us, I don't understand. The man said, I work in Lagos. And we come back home from work in Lagos in weekend, tired. My wife will say, come, I have this for you. Do you know Sister Deborah 3 houses away? She's pregnant. The man will say, I said to her, did they tell you I'm the one that is responsible? You don't need to be the one that is responsible. I have to tell the men, the thing is that women must talk. Yeah, they must talk. If you don't let them talk to you, they will look for somebody else to talk with, and it might be somebody you don't like. You see, intimacy is developed through communication. Yes, intimate means into my mate, intimate. So if you want to be intimate with somebody, you want to be into them, communication is key. You need to keep, if you're going to keep your true love, communication is important. And you see, women sometimes, I don't know why I'm talking to women, but I think we need it more. Women sometimes, your wife brings on you a shirt, a dress, and says, do you like this dress? You don't like it. But you want to avoid trouble at that time. So for peace to reign, you say, yeah, it's okay. But instead of you, like, this one that makes you to look like the sack of Gandhi. But you didn't say it. Then one day you came back home and you say, honey, we're eating lunch with my general manager. And I say, I see, when you say that to a woman, if you're not married, hear me. When you say that to a woman, the first thing a woman will say is, hey, what will I wear? Then she goes in and brings the dress she had shown you and you say was okay, though you don't feel it was okay. And say, that my dress that you like. Then you say, no, you can't wear that. Say, I thought you like it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just, beginning of trouble. I'm trying to say, communicate. Find common ground to keep on talking. You are annoyed, you are not happy, you might not be playing, but be talking. You see, real men don't keep malice. Can I say that again? Real men don't keep malice. In fact, the one I hate most is when a man says, I'm hungry. I'm angry. You are angry, you are hungry, your wife cooked food, you didn't eat. Stupid. It's your wife, your food, your house, your hunger, and you won't eat food, not me and you. Ask TK, hardly have I ever rejected food in the house. What was that for? No, we are fighting. We are angry. I'm angry at you. You are probably angry at me. But it does not affect this one. It does not affect communication. It's very, very important. Let's keep on talking. Women too, you need to find what men wants to talk about. Some men it's cars, some men it's sport. TJ and I were in London some years ago. And we were about 5 couples were watching a match. And there was a lady that was very vocal. She was tongues. Yakatele promo Koriga. Arsenal, and bind your leg in the name of Jesus. Chelsea must score. Arsenal in the name of confusion. So when we were done, TJ looked at her and said, oh my God, you must like football so much. Do you want to say me? I don't like football though. It's my husband. He loves Chelsea too much. And if Chelsea does not win, our house will be hot tonight. That's why I'm praying and confessing that Chelsea will win. But I said, but you know a lot about the product. I said, I've had to go and learn it. Because that is the thing that gets my husband talking. So I'm trying to say to you, we need to find common ground and keep communication going. Oh my God, my time is up already. When we just get into these things, time just flies. But don't worry. Next week I'm going to conclude on how to keep true love. So get your friends ready. Please share this message and go straight to my YouTube channel and subscribe. When we are done here, we put the messages on my YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe, enjoy those messages. You see, ignorance means you ignore knowledge. It does not mean knowledge is not available. Knowledge to make your marriage work is freely available now. You don't need to pay a penny. So go to my YouTube page and just watch as many as you want, and I'm sure you will never remain the same again. I love you, but don't go yet. I want to pray with you. I'll be back after this time.